It's too late now, I remember everything, and how careless we could be, and how careless we could be, and how careless we could be. Nights, long fights, it felt right, we were alive. We would go out, we were so loud, we were so proud, we had no doubts. Weekends and weekdays, we'd spend our own way. We were careless, we were fearless, we were reckless, time was precious.
We loved to waste time, whiskey and wine, drinking all night, asleep by your side. Finally alive, we would just drive, never arrive. Our journey was live, staying out late, testing our fate, running away. We live for today, young and so bold, never get old. Screw what we're told, we can't be controlled.
It's too late now, I remember everything, and how careless we could be, and how careless we could be, and how careless we could be.
I have a dream, that's all I need. I'll make it happen with some work and belief. Know what I want, so I'll take it on. I've made mistakes, but mistakes make you strong. Let's break it down for a minute. I want the crown, I'm gon' get it. You hear me loud, man, I'm winning. Yeah, Charlie Sheen will be grinning. These ladies know that I'm sinning, and this is just the beginning. I'm closing in the night inning. There ain't no point in resisting. Living life like a dream, live it right, that's the theme. Every night got a team, I've been tied to the scene. Out on stage, here I'm scream. Okay, it's a dream, and I pray as a team. One day it'll be me. If I want it, then I get it. Head down, don't regret it. Push myself to the limit. If I play it, then I win it. I'm just saying, I'm just living for today, for a minute. I don't stay, I just visit, have no shame, I admit it. Looking right at me to see if I succeed, to see if I believe. They're looking up to me. They want the best of me now, best of me now, best of me now, best of me. They want the best of me now, best of me now, best of me now, best of me. They want the best of me. I swear to God, man, I'ma make it soon. Silence all the haters as they see us making moves. I do what I want, so I got nothing to prove. Staying motivated, teaching others what to do. I'm staying focused, my mind is open. They start to notice that I'm in motion. There is no potion, you're not just chosen.
Yo, what's up, everybody? Anyways, I wanted to just go live. I wanted to let you know. I know I went live a few times over the last couple days. I just wanted to, I guess, in a way, try to get back in the swing of things. You know, I don't want people to think that I have this, you know, I want people to feel sorry for me or anything like that. I've really been struggling and going through a lot, and, you know, I really want to make it up to you guys, whatever I can do. I really do. I want you guys to know that. I'm popping out my activity feed in my chat Twitch, because the activity feed through Restream doesn't show everything. And like in chat, when you guys share bits, it doesn't show on the Restream chat. I think it would, but I don't know how to set that up. So, alright. So, but here we are. Anyways, I just want you guys to know how much I appreciate everything. I really do. See, everything's looking good. I think everything's looking good. Still got a shitload of tabs open in Google Chrome I gotta close. I've been running through, I got all these like Reddit tabs and all these different tabs of articles that I've been wanting to read. And I've been going through them and kind of just exiting them out and just saying, nah, I don't want to do that, don't want to do that. Anyways, you know, part of me wants to fire up some Black Ops 6, but yeah, I don't know. I'm just kind of, I got my mind on a lot of things, and you know, I know it's late. I do gotta wake up tomorrow for a doctor's appointment, but I just wanted to go live and just try to get back in the swing of things. You know, just try to get back into, I guess, getting used to being live and, you know, engaging with people. Because, you know, I've always kind of shut myself off from people when I'm not streaming or working. And again, after I've dealt with the loss that I've had 2 months ago with my grandmother, it really set me back, man. You know, and I know it's the same old, but I just want you guys to know how much of a struggle it is for me to get back in the swing of things. Because it's tough. Even when everything in life was going good, it still was kind of tough. You know, I know when I take time off during the holidays, I know all I'm going to do is game. I got to really find out a routine where I can still play and feel like I'm getting value out of it, knowing that I'm going to end up going back to work at some point. You know, that's kind of what I gotta keep in mind, because a lot of times I think to myself, well, what's the use of, you know, putting all this time and effort into a game if I'm gonna go to work and then forget it. But I don't want to be like that, you know. You know, I just, it's not who I want to be. But yeah, I wanted to just kind of trying to practice do things and whatnot. But yeah. Just kind of like thinking to myself, what is this? Oh. Oh, that's crazy. Yeah, do that. Yeah. But I don't know. What's up, Mike? I just was saying I wanted to go live just to try to get used to kind of, get used to interacting with people because it's been so long. I don't know. My goal is to find a schedule. It's like when I have time off, and I know I said this before, it's really hard when I only have like a day or 2 or 3 off because I think to myself, well, if I invest all this time and effort into a game, it's really hard to do that knowing that, in a week or in 4 days when I go back to work, I just kind of feel like, okay, well, when I get back to this game, whenever that is, I'm going to end up having to relearn everything, and I don't know. I don't want that, but I get like that, and so I'm trying to get past that. But, I don't know. I think I'm I'm hoping next week I don't do any overtime. Even though I could use the extra money, I hope I don't because I'm really going to push myself to game all week that I'm off. Monday through Thursday, just game all week. And, all day and all week. So this part right here, it used to be split up into 2 channels, my microphone and my desktop audio. Let me see if I can find it. Let me see.
Are we gonna play now? Ready for the show? I'm about to take down, you already know. Get the fuck out of my face now, yeah, you gotta go. Man, I'm on the chase now, leave me on my own. I got a chance to break now, here I fucking go. Take control of fate now.
Okay, so like before, I used to have my mic be one channel. Well, it's not necessarily one channel because there's 2 lines here, so it's a stereo channel, but one stereo channel, and my desktop audio and everything else would be on another stereo channel. So it's all on one now, as you can see. Now, let me get rid of that. So that was one issue. But the echoing issue, this is gonna sound stupid. So it's been, I mean, it's my fault because I should have been I should have been aware of it. But I'll show you. You know how there's different ways to control the volume. There's different ways to control the volume. You got volume on wavelength, you got volume on the computer, you got volume on your headset, and there's different ways to control, different volume for different things, and it makes it confusing. Well, this right here, you look at this right here, this is how it's supposed to be. And because I wasn't thinking clearly, this is how it was. So everything that was going into my mic, this is how it normally is. You guys are supposed to hear. This is what you guys hear. Well, I had this up a little bit. What's up, man? So I was essentially hearing myself speak. That's wavelength. Now the thing with this program is oh, is that what no, so with this program, the one thing I don't like about this program, or I guess the microphone, is you need this program to use this microphone. And if you have a microphone that is non-USB, that is XLR, I believe they have a cable for that. Or they have a little, it's a little dock thing that goes on your desk. And it's basically, if I remember correctly, it's a way to control the XLR through the program, through Wavelink. But if you have a Elgato Wavelink microphone, you have to use this software. Now, it's essentially this. It's essentially this right here, the volume mixer in Windows. It's just a little more refined, but yeah, you have to use it, because if I like if I unplug the microphone, it will say I need to plug in the microphone to use this. And if I just have the microphone plugged in, yeah. Well, I would probably, if I didn't stream. Well, see, and that runs into another issue. So I don't know if you recall, but when I would stream with the headset, I would have it set up to where, and this is when it would get really confusing, to where I would do push to talk. And the way I had it set up, where if I push to talk to you guys, it would mute the stream. So I would hit, like, I don't know, Z to push to talk, and then on my headset mic that I would set in game, I would set it to where Z would mute the headset, and then I'd have another T doing the opposite. But yeah, no, mainly I don't use a headset mic because it's a little better quality. But I like to utilize a headset mic. Again, this is if I played more, if I was more active, and I'd have a more, like, I'd be used to it. Because then I could talk to people through the headset, in the game, and then you guys wouldn't have to hear everything. Or the opposite. Like, I could talk to you guys, and sometimes people in the game don't want to hear that. So, but yeah, no, and the thing is there's a little, like, microphone thing that came with this. It goes right here. It's a pretty decent microphone, all things considered. But yeah, so only downside is you gotta wear the headset. Yeah, like now I don't wear the headset. So one thing, I don't know, I see a lot of YouTubers who do this, and it's like YouTubers who, to me, they seem successful, but I'm confused at why so many of them, like, hold up a microphone from, like, a pair of earbuds, like where the microphone's built into the earbuds. That just seems very, like, inconvenient. And it's like, a lot of times these YouTubers, they get, like, thousands of views on their videos. Like, it's like, why do you have that setup? Like, that doesn't even seem like it would be, you know. It's like somebody who's, I don't want to, I don't know. It just seems like somebody who's, like, really rich just driving around a piece of shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're literally holding up this thing. Like, there's a guy on Instagram who gets thousands of views, thousands of likes, and he holds up a little, like, and I don't understand why people do that. I mean, I can see the mobility to it. Like, you know, you don't have to be right at the desk to talk. Like I can see that, and you don't have to wear a headset. I can see that. So I guess I you know, and I guess wearing a what do they call it? You know, you see the politicians or like Secret Service, you know, wearing a microphone, or I don't know if it's a microphone, walkie-talkie, where it's like around your ear. You know, you don't see a lot of streamers and people who do videos wear that stuff. Yeah, granted, those are probably like a $2,000 rig. You know, I don't know. I don't even think I've ever seen anybody wear those streamer, like you know, those things that I say Secret Service, but you see people who do sermons. You know, they have a microphone, kind of like right here, kind of goes off their vocal cords. Like you never see that, but no, you see these guys who streaming and they holding this little piece of microphone. It's wild. Or they're making a video. It's like crazy. I get the mobility of it, and obviously, you know, I totally get the fact that, hey, if you got something that works and you don't have to buy anything, hey, that's good. But yeah, so this is it's Wavelength. It's pretty cool. And something else that I haven't got into, but you can so I don't know don't know exactly how it works, but you can oh, okay, so now I would have to YouTube this stuff, but you can add plugins. And I don't know exactly kind of what plugins, like, I mean, I'm assuming it's like, I know what a plugin is, but I don't know, because you can add, the thing is you can add effects for like Firefox, like I don't know. I mean, I can see adding an effect for your microphone, but adding... Oh, that's cool. Oh, no, I don't want to do that. Not yet. I just wanted to get it. Oh, see, that's pretty cool. I do, but I never really used it. But yes, I know you can do that. Like, you can, like, there's so many things you can do. Like, I can set it to where on the Stream Deck of my buttons, I can make it go to each of my scenes and stuff. But it's so confusing because it's like there's too many things to do, and I'm not that keen with that sort of thing. But I wish I was. I wish I was. Like this right here. This reverb thing. I wish I knew how to do that. I would buy that. But I'm afraid if I buy it, I don't know what to do. I don't know how to set it up. This is kind of, that would be dope. You mean like have the same functions as a Steam Deck? Like basically be like what do they call it? Like what is the Steam Deck is basically a macro machine, right? Do I got that right? And a macro machine is basically like, when you say macro, it means assigning a key to do another function, or having a key take the place of another key, right? Or kind of like, instead of hitting the letter K, oh yeah, see, hey, no, on the real though, those both came out at the same time. No joke. So if you look back, the Steam Deck and the Stream Deck both came out at the same time. And I want to say it was, I can't remember when or where, but you see it on when you're reading this on Twitter or Instagram. You know, it's only one letter difference, and so you're looking and you're like, is it the Stream Deck or Steam Deck? But yeah, I thought that was funny because they both were being released at the same time, and they both were new items like never before. Well, maybe not. I know they were both being talked about at the same time, but maybe the Stream Deck was out first, and they were releasing a second version. That's probably what it is. They were releasing the second version of the Stream Deck around the same time the Steam Deck was being released. But I do remember that they both were coming out at the same time, and on social media people were talking about both. Or that they both were having releases around the same time. But you know, it kind of sucks because I wish I knew like kind of how to do this stuff. But yeah, I know people say, well, just go on YouTube. Well, it's not that simple. You know, you go on YouTube and it's not gonna like tell you. I mean, it might tell you how to load up a plugin. I don't even know if this is considered a plugin. It's an audio effect. But yeah, so. But then you can also add, like, when you click this, equip channels with VST plugins from your collection. So you can add your own VST plugins, which I'm not entirely sure what a VST plugin is. I'm guessing it's like, I watched a YouTube video on plugins, and it's, you know, changes your voice, you know, does different things. I don't know what you use a plugin for a web browser for, like this right here. Maybe that's just something that doesn't really utilize a plugin. And like Discord, I don't know if you can actually use a plugin for the Discord through Steam Deck or through Elgato Wavelink. But yeah. So, anyways, you have to keep me posted on that. Like I said, you know, and I know it's been the same old swan song, and I don't mean it to be, but I just want you to know, man, I'm really trying to overcome this, man. Like, I'm really trying to. It's like I'm motivated to work. Like, I've just bought like a shit ton of snacks. I love to snack. Drinking coffee, taking care of Dory. You know, my relationship with my grandmother. My grandmother's not here anymore, but my relationship with my mom is like falling apart. And I say that because I went from having my grandma in my life, someone I could always think about when I would game and stuff. I would always think about her in the back of my mind, like, hey, everything's gonna be all right. And I was working on building a relationship with my mom, and you know, it all kind of fell apart. But I don't want people to feel sorry for me. I'm not looking for that. It's really tough because my grandma's not here, and my relationship with my mom just going to hell. And I'll explain it to you what happened. I wanted my mom to come down here. She lives in Michigan. I wanted her to come down to Florida. My ex-girlfriend, we've been having problems, but we've been, trying to work through them, trying to figure it out. And she was going to reserve a condo or a villa for my mom. and we could go to Orlando or whatever, and she could stay at my girlfriend's if we stayed in Gainesville. And so she got this villa, and I said, Jen, I don't know if I want to buy. You know, let me just start up Call of Duty real quick. Let me just start it up and see if I can at least mess with the mess with something. Alright. Turn the system down. Bear with me here. First time booting up this launcher in God knows how long.
Always do it on my own, so I gotta get through it. And the only thing I know is to love what I'm doing. Never give up, never slow till I finally prove it. Never listen to the no's. I just
really hope it opens on this monitor.
When I act, head up, that's a fact. Never looking back, I'ma keep myself on track. Keep my head up, staying strong. Always moving on. Feel I don't belong. Tell my thoughts to move along. Push myself.
Alright, it says it's running install script.
See my message start to spread, and I had so many dreams. Then you hit your teens, life ain't really what it seems. Try to find out what it means. Always do it on my own, so I gotta get through it. And the only thing I know is to love what I'm doing. Never give up, never slow till I finally prove it. Never listen to the no's, I just wanna keep moving. Yeah, I put out all this art, it's my only medicine. Yeah, everything I do, I'm just being genuine. Yeah, I'm sick of being.
Do they on this game, do they have like a like a practice field to just go and like practice T-binds? Do they have something like that, or not really? And even if it's not fighting, even if it's just see, a game like this is just so like hold on, let me probably should unplug my controller, I'm guessing, right? Yeah. Like, do they have an area in the game? Restart. Where, because again, you know, I know it sounds silly, but the controls on this game are so, like, elaborate. Like, to go and just kind of, like, get the feel for, like, prone, sprint, jump. Do they have that, or is it kind of like you got to do it in the game? Let's see, I'm trying to add the game. So, okay. So here's something too. I got this game. I got the game now because it's on a launcher. I wonder if oh, the Omni movement or whatever. Isn't that what they call it? Like all the crazy movements? See, this would sound crazy. Cause see, I got all these different games on my mouse software. But like, for instance, Call of Duty is now under one launcher. So like for instance, when you're running Call of Duty, and under your task manager, does it specify that each game you're running Or does it just say you're running Call of Duty? Like, does it break it down if you're playing like a different game or something? Because I wonder, like, if the controls for Modern Warfare 3 will be the same as Modern Warfare 2. I guess I could check. Well, I guess technically I'm not in a game yet, right? Alright, let me This is great. I'm gonna free up some space real quick. Okay, that's not even okay. See, remember when you showed me about those files in Steam? I thought I uninstalled that, but maybe not. You said you go through Steam when you want to uninstall something, but it had me do it in the game too. But maybe I didn't uninstall it at that time. But I thought I did, because I thought I picked that I just wanted Black Ops 6. Unless that was for install, and then if you already have something installed, you have to uninstall it in the game. But alright, so did it uninstall? I'm guessing it did.
There's no way that you make it, and maybe you can fake it, but you're never gonna make it. Aren't you just gonna take that? Make them take it all back. Don't tell me you believe that. Aren't you just gonna take that?
Just for kicks, I just want to look at like the controls. Just kind of see, like, I know it's gonna probably blow my mind and be like, what the fuck? Alright, so
stop what you're making. Everybody here knows that you just faking. Nah, I don't wanna hear it anymore. I don't wanna hear it anymore. All these fucking thoughts, they are not what I need anymore. I'm about to shut the motherfucking door on all you poor ass haters with your heads in the clouds, talking out loud so proud. You better shut your goddamn mouth before I do more speak out. It's about to hit.
Wait. So
there's no way that you make it, and maybe you can fake it, but you're never gonna make it.
audio.
Aren't you just gonna take that? Make them take it all back. Don't tell me you believe that. Aren't you just gonna take that? Or will you fucking fight back?
Okay, so where do I go for keybinds?
Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4 steps I take from my bed to the floor. 5,
Didn't it used to be right here?
8, will today be rough or will today be great? 9, 10, 11, 12. Lately I've been going through hell. 13, 14, 15, 16. Today's the day. Are you coming? Are you sick of being normal? I'm sick of being average. I'm sick of being mortal. I'm about to be a savage.
All right. I'm guessing you guys can hear the. Can you guys hear the game volume? Oh. AJ, what up, brother? Yo, man, I'll have to get you up to pace, man. Been crazy. I've been thinking about you. I hope all is well with the fam. I want to know how Popeyes is. Think about you all the time, man. I really do. But Mike, hey, where's keybinds at? Is there something I'm missing here? Nah, I know. I know it's probably right in front of me, too. No, you don't have to load it up, brother. It's not that big of a deal, man. It really isn't. Don't load it up just for that. Don't do that. No, brother, it's not that big of a deal. I got a block player? Let me unblock this guy. Jeez. Hold on, AJ, 1 second. Testing. Why is my microphone? Crazy. All right. But no, AJ, what I was gonna say is, no, I don't want to put the focus right on me right away, because I wanted to share with you something that happened in my life. But so you were getting 30 hours, and then they cut you down to 20. Is it because like, are you guys not as busy? Or are they just being kind of whack? Okay, so it says choose settings and navigate to the controls tab in the mouse. Oh, that's right. You're in California. I forgot about that. I didn't know. I thought, for some reason, I didn't think you were in California, but now I... Where do I gotta go? So what do you... You've been there for a minute, though, right? So you're gonna... Oh, I see. Okay. Just like that, right? Got it. All right, I'm gonna try something real quick. One second, AJ. 1 second, Mike. So you guys know I use this to set up my mouse settings. So I'm gonna figure out, because see, Black Ops 6 isn't an option here. I'm gonna see if, for instance, okay. So I was gonna see that if I selected Modern Warfare 2, because it's all under the same launcher, if those keybinds would be the same. Now, I could do that, or I could do something like this, try to add the game manually, but I don't know if that would work. I don't even remember where this game, where did I install this game? D drive? No. Give me a second. How do I, properties, is that how I find out? Okay. I think you're the man, Mike. Okay. So I'm in M. So it's under M, Steam Library, Steam Apps, okay. So, M, Steam library, Steam apps, common. Okay, so it is a different game each time. So the application would probably be this, right? Would be that one. The executable. That's what I want to look for. Would it be that one that just says COD? Because what I'm trying to do, I'm adding the game manually into my mouse software. So what do you do? So AJ, what are you gonna do? Well, how is your family doing? First of all, how's your kids and your wife and everything? How you guys doing? What about that bike you had? Man. What happened to that bike you were riding? Brother, don't be telling me that, man, because now I'm going to have to... I'm going to think about that now. And now I'm going to have to figure out a way to help. It's the COD one? Okay. I want you to know, man, that I'm always here for you, man. I think you were telling me that, and I don't want to pry too much, but I think you were telling me some stuff was going on with your kids, but you didn't tell me what. So I'm not trying to get into that. I don't want you to think I'm trying to pry, but if you ever want to share anything, man, I will almost guarantee you that we're the only 3 people in this stream. And if you tell me anything, you can tell Mike whatever, but just so you know, if you ever want to share anything, man. I know it sounds weird, and you probably don't really believe me, but I do care about you, man. I do. Okay, so where is that file? There it is. See, usually it's not a symbol. When I add it, usually it's something like this. Okay, all right. We're good. What do you... So I'm going to be talking to both of y'all. Mike, what do you have your sensitivity on? Because I've read that some people have it set to like 400. But some people have it set... Some people's idea is having a low sensitivity. So you have small margin for error. Or so you have easier aim. But then other people, they have fast sensitivity. All right, put it like this. What percentage is that? Like, is that... Okay, so, okay. So, what they recommend, what I've always had it on, is my mouse settings in my PC. I forgot what they recommend, but I leave those alone. And then, and what makes it confusing is... Oh, okay. Oh, so in-game, you have it 22.10. Okay. So you have it 16. Is that, and then you have 20. So, is that pretty sensitive? Like, is that a pretty sensitive setup? I believe it is, right? If I remember correctly. Like, that's really, like, you tap your mouse and you're gonna be spinning circles if you don't know what you're doing, right? So I'm gonna disable. Mid-range? Alright. For anybody that was wondering, I just disabled buttons that changed. For some reason on this mouse, the default buttons on some of the default buttons on this mouse are to change the DPI. And someone was explaining to me that there's games that's good for, but I have not seen any situation where when playing a game I would want to switch my DPI just like that. But I'm sure there is situations. I'm sure there are a lot of games that are like that. But I disable those. Okay, now AJ, just refresh me. How many kids you have, brother? I can't remember. I can't remember that number. Now, see, AJ, dude, you should be proud of yourself, man. And I'm not just saying that. You have a child that graduated early. Do you understand how rare that is? Like, that is a good thing, brother. That doesn't happen often. You may hear about stories like that, but it's very rare. So that's badass, man. You're doing something right. They both. You had two. So your oldest and... So what, your oldest... Okay, so I'm assuming your oldest is... Well... I'm assuming your middle is 17, 18. So then your oldest is going to be... If you want to share that, you don't have to share that. But I'm guessing your oldest is in their 20s. That's awesome, brother. Dude, that's really good, man. Oh, okay. Right on. That's the same difference I am between my brothers. So I was born in 89. 89. Born in 85. My brother was born in 89. And my other brother was born in 92. That's probably when we were talking. Last time we were talking, AJ, it's probably been, I don't know what, 4 or 5 months ago. Probably like for that last time we were talking, maybe earlier this year. But I remember we were talking about school, and you mentioned you had some stuff going on at home, and you mentioned to me you'd rather not talk about it. So I appreciate you sharing that, man. Because I'm assuming that's what it was. And so I just want to say I really appreciate you sharing that, man. And I appreciate you sharing everything else about what's going on, man, because you may not think about it, or may not think so, but I do care about you. Why I can't give you that answer, I just know I do. You know, maybe because you've stuck around and, you know, the few times you've been around, you've been respectful and nice to me. I don't know. I couldn't give you an answer why. I just know that I do. And if you ask Mike, and I'm not putting him on the spot right now, but and this isn't just you, but Mike will tell you that I've several times mentioned people who've been in the streams and, yeah, I wonder how so-and-so's doing. Hey, you remember so-and-so? You remember so-and-so? You remember him? Remember him? Remember what he used to do? And, you know, and it wouldn't be anything bad or anything weird, or we'd just be talking and something would come up, and usually because I'm not streaming that often, so I, you know, when I see somebody, when some people hang out, sometimes I don't see them again for a couple months, so Yeah, I just want to let you know that, man. You know, it's you're more than just a viewer here. That's for damn sure. That's for sure. So, but dude, you should definitely be proud of that, man. You know, my younger brothers, I think both my brothers graduated. But not my youngest brother, but the middle brother, he, I forgot why, but he got expelled from high school. So, I mean, he didn't do anything crazy, you know, he didn't, like, call on a threat or, you know, bring a knife or gun to school, didn't do any of that stuff, but, I think he didn't go to school, I can't remember, but he ended up going to, like, an alternative school, and I think he got his GED or diploma. And then my younger brother, I believe he graduated. But while we're on the topic of family, did you really? Today I learned, out of all the conversations we had, which I don't expect you to just kind of bring that out, but I mean, I don't think I've ever, did you end up getting your GED or diploma or? Holy sh! You didn't have to share that story sometime. You ain't need to share it now, though. I honestly think that's why my brother got expelled. Or dropped. Because I think he just stopped going to school. But he was able to go to the alternative school. And I won't talk about why I ended up going to the alternative school, because that is a conversation for another day where we each got about 2 hours. But I'll explain it to you guys sometime. But we have this area where it's trailers, literally trailers. And so if you get expelled, if you have a kid and you have to drop out, if you drop out and trying to come back, and I think if you're over 21, you can't be on school grounds anymore just because of the age difference. And so maybe it's 19 or 20, but we have this little cul-de-sac of trailers. And it's basically long, double-wide trailers. And they're different classrooms. What it is essentially is it's a GED program. I want to say it's GED. I don't think it's diploma. Can't remember. Pretty certain it's GED. Maybe it's diploma. But you go to these different trailers for different classes, and it's essentially a dumbed-down version of high school. And so, you know, it's mainly, you know, like I said, you're there with people who dropped out because they had kids. You're probably there with people who got expelled because they brought a knife to school. People who fought. People who, for whatever reason, got expelled from school and they didn't get killed or arrested, so they can still attend school. And so it's the intermediate district. Almost everybody in there is like in there for some behavior issue. Sometimes you get moms with kids and stuff like that, but you know, people smoke cigarettes. You know, it's kind of like one of those. You know, it's people who a little rough around the edges. But that, I believe, is where my brother ended up going to graduate, and you know, it's got the accreditation of the high school, but it doesn't have any of the high school things that you get when you're in high school. You know, there's usually only like 20 people per class, maybe less. There's probably only like 40, 50, maybe less, maybe a little more people total. And you just, you know, one double wides a class, another double wides a class, and so, but, yeah. But without explaining it in full, I think, I don't know if I told you this, I told Mike this, but in 9th grade, I went to my homecoming. So I attended the homecoming, which is the first dance of high school, you know, in September, October. I think it was, yeah, August, actually. The end of August. Maybe it was September, but that was ninth grade. So basically I ended up getting kicked out the weekend prior. So it was, okay, hold on, let me think about this. Okay, so I ended up getting in trouble in, was it ninth grade? 8th grade? 9th grade? I think it was ninth grade. So basically I went to the intermediate school, the alternative school for all of ninth grade. But then I ended up messing up again, and I ended up going to a boys' home for all my high school. So I want to say, did I even make it to ninth? Don't even remember if I made it to ninth. Yeah, so basically all of ninth, I was in the intermediate school, and all of 10th grade, 11th grade, 12th grade, in a year after I was supposed to graduate, I spent time basically in the juvenile jail. So, never experienced prom, never experienced, other than homecoming, 0 high school memories. Now, I ended up making up for it later on down the line, but, you know, just to share that with you, you know, probably doesn't necessarily make you feel better, but hopefully, you know, I don't share that with a lot of people, mainly because most people really don't give a shit, but I share it with you because I want you to know that, you know, it means a lot when you open yourself up and stuff, and especially me, I don't really have a family, and so I definitely appreciate someone like you sharing anything about your family, man. I truly love hearing about your family, man. I mean, you know, I'm not trying to brag, but when I remember where you work and stuff, it's something I think about all the time, man. You know, like I can tell you exactly, well, I can't. Well, no, I can tell you one of our first conversations we've had, what the game was about, and I'm almost certain it was about Red Dead Redemption 2. I'm pretty certain it was. But I don't think you were watching my streams when I was playing on Xbox. Stop it. You seen pictures of... But you seen Mike? You ain't fat. How big are you? I'm messing, Mike. How big are you? Take the curtains down. Let's be 100% honest. Then I'll tell you how fat I am. Alright. Okay, hold on. Where's that? Where's Cod? Where's Cod? Okay. Hold on. You're right. I don't know why I associate with you with Red Dead Redemption 2. 260 ain't fat. Did answer me this? I don't even know how old you are. Are you my age? I think Mike is around my age. You don't have to disclose that if you don't want to. I'm gonna do one thing. Hold on, 1 second. 1 second. I'm gonna make it easy for us. Oh, yeah, you're same age as us then. Probably another reason why we get along. All right, Mike. Um. Oh shit. Damn it. Oh boy. Oh, hold on. Ah, shoot. Oh, I'm trying to get the resolution. What is it? 26. Hold on. Hold on. Well, let me see something real quick. I want to put it in windowed mode so then I can see part of my window of my Logitech G Hub, and I want to make sure that this is no. What is it? 2540. There it is. Oh, okay. That made sense. What's a star mean? Alright. There we go. Alright. Now I know how that works. So. No, that's awesome, man. No carb diet. What's the name of that diet? Is that the Atkins diet? All right. I'm trying to do two things at once. Okay, why did I not do that? Oh, I gotta accept it. That's right. No, that's what's up, brother. And I know, AJ, I know you said how long you've been with her. How long have you guys known each other? How long have you guys known each other, and how long have you guys been married? I know you told me, but I forgot. But I still want to know. Why? And I'm going to talk to you while I set up all these settings so I don't have to mess with them again. Reduce quality when inactive. Okay, I guess we'll do that. Okay, yeah, we don't care about that. Reduce the 3D background scene resolution. Oh, I guess. Oh, damn. So how many times? Now, I'm going to get specific here, kind of ask a question that you're going to probably look at as a worthless throwaway question, but I'm very curious. How many times would you guys say that you guys broke up and got back together? I say that because being off and on for that long is probably... You're never going to meet somebody who's like that. You've been off and on for 30 years, dude. That's wild. In a good way, too, man. That's definitely you love each other, man. All right, Mike, I got a question about VSync. I get it mixed up. Do I want VSync on? Even if I have an Intel GPU or a NVIDIA GPU? I can't remember if I want it on or if I want it off. Turn it off. Okay. Alright, so I'll keep it off. Okay. Yeah, we'll do that. Apply. Quality. Alright. Nah, I know my 3090's getting dated because I don't know if I told you guys, but I tried running Cyberpunk maxed out settings, and I don't know if I think Mike saw it, but I was getting like 20 FPS. And that's when I realized I no longer have the top card. So, I don't know if this game's the same. I don't think it would be exactly the same, but I'm sure it would be up there. But, what do you think, Mike? You think I can have all this stuff cranked up, or should I is there anything that I should turn off that's just really gonna beat me down? According to the specs, I meet all the recommended requirements for my resolution. Like, more than what's recommended. But it's like, so then they give requirements for 4K, but like, for instance, they give requirements for 4K, like max resolution, max ray tracing, but with my resolution, they don't. It's kind of weird because, how do I want to say it? Like, they'll do max ray tracing for 4K, but then for 2560, for my resolution, they'll do mid-level ray tracing. But they don't consider, well, what if someone's running my resolution and wants full ray tracing? You see what I'm saying? Like, it's not always a one-to-one. Like, they assume anybody who's going to run medium is only going to run, like, mid-level everything. But that's not always the case. You know, somebody could run medium settings and turn one thing down, but crank something else up. But it doesn't always work like that, does it? Like, if you take away something, can you make up for it by turning something up? Or does it not always work like that? Like, if you have textures, like, basically looking like shit, like, if your texture looks like Minecraft and, like, really terrible, your game will probably run amazing, but you could turn something else up pretty high. Or I say pretty high, but you can offset that and turn something up that you otherwise wouldn't turn up. Or does it not always work like that? Alright. Well. So target, what does target mean? Does that mean that, is that my limit? Or is it saying don't go above that? Or is it saying I can... So, Mike, what, and AJ, what games, when life isn't throwing you curveballs, I haven't asked Mike what he's been playing. Oh, it's all good, brother. Dude, there's some... If you've seen the autocorrect on my phone, you think I'm a freak, man. Because there's certain words, man, that I always have to make sure that it doesn't autocorrect, because if it did, I'd probably be fired from my job. I'll be sending a text message to my boss and like, no, I don't want to say that. Yeah. Once Human. Oh, that's the yeah, that game looks tight. Hey, what do you guys think about that Delta, what's it called? Delta Zone? Not Delta Zone. I've been reading a lot about it. What do you guys think about it? You think they calling it comparable to Tarkov? What do you guys think? You guys think it's overhyped? I can't think of it. It's Delta something. Delta Force. Now they're having a beta, I think, sometime in the future. And oh my god, I don't even know which one to choose. We'll do that one. Incompatible. Okay, oh boy. Okay, I'm trying to do two things at once. 1 second. Good. Right, crank everything up. You been playing Diablo 4? How when'd you start Diablo 4, if you don't mind me asking? Because I was going to ask what you thought about the recent update. I think it, well, I say update. It's an expansion, I think. I forgot what they called it, but they announced it like a year ago, and it just released, I believe. See, I'm setting up myself for failure, man. I'm cranking everything up, dude. I don't... Since nobody knows... Everything's cranked up. What would you compare it to, Delta Force? Because it doesn't look like a Tarkov. Tarkov's like a gritty Russian extraction, you know. Delta Force seems more like a military sim sort of thing, you know, where it's more like not Secret Service, but you know, spec ops type of deal. Where Tarkov's more like, you know, those cartoons where the cartoon's about to go in, the character's about to go into battle, and his partner puts on the helmet and takes his fist and like, all right, let's go. Helmet's on backwards and he's trying to run. That's what Tarkov reminds me of. Like, some dude just woke up and decided that he's just gonna go and like extract some shit, and he got toilet paper on his shoe. Like, like that. That's what Tarkov reminds me of. Like something that's like gritty. Like something me and you would just wake up and just let's go extract. Let's go to this random land. This like abandoned land with this abandoned warehouse, and let's go shoot some people. All right. We're going to get this. Hold on. Motion. Reduction, no. Arachnophobia? What's that? Turn that up. Zyphon, what up, brother? Hey, Zyphon, I just want to let you know, man. AJ's here, Mike's here. I just want to let you know, I appreciate everything, brother. So while we're all here, I know Mike is sick and tired of hearing it, but I want to share it with you guys because you guys are probably, I mean, there's a couple other people I wish that were here that, you know, been around for a while, but for those who don't know, and it's okay if you haven't been reading my Discord, but 2 months ago my grandmother died. I know you guys have heard me mention her, but and I don't remember when you subbed to me, Zyphon, but I think it was before she died, shortly before. I'm almost certain it was before, because she passed August 27th. And for those who don't know, she is the reason I've been able to do anything for anybody. Something as small as gifting subs to a bunch of people, to do anything for anybody, to have what I have. And if you guys want to know why she died or how she died, I can explain that, but I don't want to bore you guys with that. But I just want to let you guys know I've been trying to work through things before she passed. It's something I've been really trying to work through. You guys know, trying to build up my confidence in game. And when I woke up August 27th, I woke up to a bunch of text messages, and she was on life support, and it basically put a delay, and I'm hoping not a permanent delay, but it set me back a lot. Yeah. And just so you guys know, here, don't leave. I want to get this done before I at least quit, so the next time I play, I can at least just play the game and not have to worry. I guess I'll just have. No. Okay. Doesn't give me the option to apply stuff, but I guess you don't have to apply these settings, I guess. Okay. Alright, cool. Alright, so alright. But I just wanted to share that with you guys while you guys were here. I want you guys to know too that even though I haven't been as active, I know Mike, if he had $1 for every time I made this statement, he would probably have, you know, he could retire yesterday. But I want you guys to know that I am really pushing myself to game a lot more. Prior to my grandmother passing, and I shared this with Mike, but I was working every Friday through Tuesday. And I was working Monday and Tuesday nights. So I was working 5 a.m. to 5 p.m. Friday through Sunday. And then I was working Monday, Tuesday night. And I say that because I say that because when Monday, Tuesday came around, I was on a totally different schedule. So it made it hard to do other things, but I liked it, if that makes any sense. What'd your grandmother die from? What she passed from? No, it's funny you say that because about spending time with my grandma. Because for the longest, people used to say that I was lucky to have both grandmas alive. And even growing up, I had both grandmas and grandpas. Both my grandfathers passed, and I didn't have a close relationship with them, so it didn't hit me that hard. But when I lost my grandma, well, first of all, people used to say, "Man, you're lucky. You got both grandparents alive. You're all, you're lucky." And yeah, I started to realize that real soon. That, man, I'm lucky. And wow, thank you for sharing that, man. Hearing that from you guys, maybe it helped me get over it. But and I know this doesn't really mean much, but other than my grandfather, both grandfathers, I never lost anybody that I truly was close to. And actually, I wasn't close to them. I mean, it hurt me. But with my grandma, it was like I was so close to her, and I wasn't remember. Oh no, I totally get that, brother. Don't do that. And it's like I could never empathize with anybody when people would say they lost somebody. Like I felt sorry, but I never really knew how it felt. And now I know exactly how it feels. I just kind of thought that, hey, I never knew the emotions and stuff people went through. I knew from what I saw on TV and what people said, but I never really knew, exactly how it felt. Even when Mike would explain that about his grandfather passing. Oh, man. You mentioned that one of the traditions that my grandmother had is when we were younger, we would have Christmas together. Oh, wait. Is that kind of what is motivating you to get into that? Because I can't remember, but I think we were talking about that, right? Last time you were here? Taking photos? I'm gonna sound like an idiot if I'm not right with that. But I remember you were saying something about that, getting a camera. And we were talking about lenses and stuff. I think that was you. Alright. Wait, so you have your mouse sensitivity at 22.10? Oh, okay. I thought... My bad. I always do... Because, I wish I... No, that's what I mean. Yeah, because you mentioned it to me. Oh, okay. It's just coincidence then, because you mentioned that she would be happy that if someone took it up, and then I remember you mentioned it, that you were kind of interested in it, and now it kind of makes... But maybe that's just coincidence, because I remember you mentioned it. I didn't know you were really into it for the last 2 years. I thought maybe. I thought like the last time the first time you mentioned it, like I don't know, maybe it was about a year ago. I thought that was you really getting serious into it. I didn't know you've been doing it for the last couple of years. Oh, okay. Well, no, I know that, but I'm just saying, like, last time you were here, you mentioned that you were into photos or getting into photography. And so, kind of like put two together when you mentioned that she would be happy if someone took over the responsibility of taking pictures. Well, yeah. But are you when you're serious about it, It's nice to know. You know. But like, when you say you're serious about it, are you actually like investing in a camera? Like one of those expensive cameras? Oh yeah, no, that, and see, that's just what I asked. Like, because I think when you were here last time, you know, yeah, because I think when you were here last time, we were talking about it, and we were looking up lenses, and there was a lens. I don't know if you know this, AJ. I don't know if Mike was here, but we were looking at cameras, and there's literally a lens that costs as much. I forgot what the price is, but I want to say it's in the thousand. It's like over $10,000 for one lens. And it's wild because the camera itself costs like $700, or maybe not that cheap, but it's like $1,000, $2,000. They had a lens that costs like 12 grand. Oh damn! So what's the standard, like, being involved in, like, being a serious photographer? Like, so you have the camera. You have I'm thinking you have a tripod. And then is most of your accessories lenses? Or is there like a not a one size fits all, but is there like a generalized lens you can use for many shots that you don't need a separate lens for every different type of shot? Like, is there a way you can get like a lens that's like kind of, it's not perfect for any scenario, but it's good for many scenarios? Because obviously the lenses is like depending on the shot you want. But like, it seems like it would be nice to have a, yeah. But, and I'm sure like when you get, like, we saw prices of lenses that were 12 grand. I'm sure there are lenses that are only like a couple $100, right? Like, not every lens is thousands of dollars. Be nice to know though what the difference is. Like, if you're getting a lens that's $500 or even $1,000, be nice to know what that $12,000 lens can do. Especially now with, I forgot what movie it was, but there's a whole movie that's coming out that was filmed on the iPhone, which I still don't believe that. I'm sorry, I don't believe that. I do not believe that, because I think most of it could be filmed on an iPhone, but I don't think you got a director walking around here with an iPhone filming stuff. Because I don't even think, see, I don't know the exacts, but I don't even think you can hook up like really, really high-end lens to an iPhone. I think it's like, you know, the iPhone has certain limitations that you just can't do with certain lenses and certain things. Maybe it doesn't, but I thought it did. Refilters, 4-lens. When you say mirrorless, is that a lens or is that a camera? Well, yeah, but like, yeah, I've seen them for sale, but like, you can't put like when you put a lens on a phone, it's made for the phone, right? Like, you can't put a lens that goes on a camera on a phone. Well, maybe you can. I don't know. I don't know how the setup is, but there would clearly have to be some adapter or attachment there. Maybe you can. It's just kind of weird looking at a phone the way the lenses are. Like, how do they, you know, You have this little tiny phone, and you have this big ass lens. That's when they were showing behind the scenes of the movie. I can't think of the name of the movie that was filmed all on iPhone. Supposedly, it was filmed all on iPhone, but the behind the scenes shots literally shows all the stuff you would see from a Michael Bay movie. You got all the people with the different shader, with the different equipment all around. You can't even see the phone. You know what I'm saying? That's why I don't think that it's all shot on iPhone. You know. Yeah, that's what. Yeah. That's why I don't believe when they say shot on iPhone. There's got to be. You know. It's kind of like this when a photographer won an event or won a contest, taking a picture with his iPhone. Probably took it with his iPhone. That I do believe. But he probably dumped that photo into some expensive software. You know, he probably shot in raw format and then dumped it in some software and, you know, not altered the image, but, you know, tightened up the colors and, you know, kind of make it pop a little more. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like that, you know. Maybe they, yeah, you filmed it all on an iPhone, but you neglect to mention that you're using a lens or using a piece of equipment that costs a significant amount of money. Do you believe an entire movie can be shot with an iPhone? Because, humor me here. Off the top of your head, do you know the most expensive lens for an iPhone? Like I'm assuming it would be on the Apple website. Well, maybe not. Yeah, I would think Apple would sell that. Well, maybe not. I mean, they do have a photography section where they sell photography stuff, but maybe not. Oh, yeah, you're right. So, yeah, they shoot the entire movie with the phone, but they don't want to tell you that they're using $15,000 worth of lighting, of lights and shades, and no, you're right on that. I agree. One of the reasons. All right, Mike, I'm gonna try to finalize this. I'm gonna go with 8. Alright, so for some reason, okay. So real quick, we got all of our stuff here. Now, no, not controller. Okay, alright, keybinds. So I got my keybinds here. Yes. So bear with me, AJ, Mike. So the goal is to set these up so the next time I fire up this game, I know what I'm doing. Send a link. So, in simple terms, I meant to ask you this earlier. What's the big difference between a DSLR and a mirrorless camera? Like, can you do both? Can you do both things with either or? Or is it more so you can, but one is preferred in certain situations over the other? Like, if I have a mirrorless camera, can I basically make some amazing shots that otherwise I couldn't make? Or I can still make amazing shots that otherwise you could make with a DSLR or vice versa? Or is there certain situations where, like, if you have a DSLR, you may need a mirrorless camera and there's really no way to replicate that? Okay, so what would be... Put it like this. Name a scenario where you would use a DSLR and a mirrorless. All right, here. I'll make it simple like this. People who do wildlife photos, nature photos. What type of camera is that? Like people who put like colors of animals or colors of animals, like different animals or mountains or, you know, National Geographic type stuff. People who win these like awesome photo contests. You know, they take a picture of a somebody from a Native American tribe that has all their, you know, their piercings and their paintings and the colors pop. DSLR. Now, both have lenses, I'm assuming, right? Like both do lenses. But when you, I think DSLR when I think the typical camera with the long lens that you see like a photographer with. You know, they have the long lens and then they have that square looking camera. See, I probably would know if I seen them one side by side. I'd be like, oh, okay, that's a mirrorless. It's really interesting. All right, so let's try to talk and hang out with you guys because that's what's important. But I would like to try to see if I can at least hone this stuff down. Oh. Oh, shit. All right. See, this is what gets overwhelming because there's so much to it. So much to this shit, dude. It's crazy. Alright. Oh, okay. Sorry, there's a delay there. My bad. I find it interesting. I always thought I always thought DSLR and mirrorless were one and the same, but I clearly was wrong there. Just because if I heard one, I usually heard the other term, but if I would have read closely, I would have realized that it was two different. All right, Mike. So this is the thing that really is the barrier to me when I don't play. It's because of this, because it gets overwhelming. Because I feel like every week I'm going to have to relearn this, and I don't want to do that. So I'm going to try to set my keys to where... Now, I'd be lying to you if I told you I know what that means. But you don't have to explain it. Because I don't want you to go down a rabbit hole where you're not going to be able to come up from. And Zyvan, you're not talking my language, brother, but that's cool. I like knowing about this. I'm gonna save this combo and look it up, but I don't want you to feel like you have to talk about cameras the whole time because I like just having you here and hanging out with you and AJ and Mike. You know, I don't mean for you to get just answering my questions about cameras. I don't want it to be like that. All right. All right, Mike. So. Oh boy. Mike, you still there? Will you help me figure out how to... So I want to try to... I want to have my mouse... Oh, you guys can't see my mouse. Okay, so... That's better. So I want to set my mouse up. I'm thinking... I don't even know if I should use pain. Alright, so this is like the big hurdle I'm trying to get over when I want to play a game, is because of like just not getting overwhelmed with controls and stuff. And so alright, I'm trying to think how, like, I'm thinking crouch and prone be my side buttons. Oh man. All right, have a good one, AJ. Thanks for coming out, brother. Keep me posted on how everybody's doing and how you're doing, and dude, I'm always here for you, man. Just know that. I know you're a man, and you want to take care of stuff your own way, and I respect that, but just know that always here for you, brother. I mean that. Okay, how do I... This resets everything, right? Okay. Everything was already reset. Oh man. Just don't know. See, it's recognizing this game as Modern Warfare 2. So that means okay. See, oh my gosh. Because of that launcher, you know, the launcher, because technically all these games, what do they say? They're all DLC, right? That's how the technology behind it, or however you want to word it, that's how they're released. But anyways, since you guys are gonna go to bed, I'm gonna wait. And is there any way to just default all these to? See, these are all set to. These are all set to the settings of Modern Warfare 2. So yeah, it's not all the same. But anyways, no, Zyphon, I appreciate you sharing all that, brother. I'm gonna try to. I got an appointment tomorrow. I'm gonna get something to eat, go to bed. I'm gonna try to hop on tomorrow and do this. I really want to set my keybinds, and actually while I'm doing it, I'm gonna set everything to default real quick. Actually, yeah, I'm gonna start fresh. I was gonna use this as a reference, but I figure, you know what, I'm gonna well, no, because see, when I click on the game, so when I have that COD file selected, when I click on the Black Ops 6 settings or game, it automatically switches. So that's how you know what game or what application mouse settings are for what. Like for instance, if I had Zero Sievert open, if I click on it, it would automatically go to zero. It would automatically choose that game. Yeah, like if I had Batman, like, cause look, watch that little box. It will go to desktop. Which is kind of cool. And then you can set that for anything. So like, you can set it for, you can set it up for Discord. So like if I clicked on Discord, or if I clicked on Chrome, they would have their own settings. Which is cool, but it's like a lot to do, you know? It's like, who needs different settings for Chrome, desktop? For games, obviously, that's, you know, but, you know, people really don't need custom keybinds for Chrome. I mean, I guess they could, but, you know, if you're gaming all the time, it's like you got enough to worry about when it comes to games. See, this, so, yeah, but anyways, night, AJ. Zyphon, we'll touch base. But yeah, if you could, because tomorrow, what I want to do tomorrow, I got a doctor's appointment for the foot doctor. I do have work on Friday, but I would like to hop on tomorrow and at least set my keybinds up. And I want to do it simple, man. I don't want to have like so much, just like, tactical. What is it? Tactical. Offensive. I forgot the name of it, but just my tactical grenade, my damage grenade. I don't remember the name, but like crawl, prone, weapon mount. That's really all. But yeah, that's the goal for tomorrow. Because the idea, real quick before you guys go, the idea is by next week, and I'm going to try my hardest to do this. I know doesn't sound like a lot, but is to hop into a game, have the controls set up, and just play. That's kind of what I want to do. That is what I want to do. And not get overwhelmed. And I want to make it simple. Lethal, that's what it is. Use my lethal, a button on my mouse for lethal, button on my mouse for tactical. I like reload on the keyboard, weapon inspect, I don't need stuff like that. And then just prone, crouch, weapon mount. I don't know. Like even score streaks, I'm not going to get no score streaks. Let's be real. But I don't know. Anyways, I love you guys, man. I really enjoyed this. We'll figure it out. I'm happy. I'm in a good mood. But yeah, shout out to Mike. Shout out to Zyphon. We'll make it happen. Because I really want to get into this game, and I want to have a good multiplayer game I can go to and a good one-player game I can go to. Because the idea is I don't want to work as much. Because I've been working so much that I forget what it's like to have fun, and I mean that. But all right, love you guys, and we'll definitely touch base. Zyphon, next time I see you, you can let me know how the job is and how everything else is going. And thank you for sharing about your grandmother. I really appreciate that. And Mike, as always, if you want to know what I would like, I just want help just to get on the right track. That's all I want. And what I mean by that is just help me, like, this stuff that usually just pisses me off. If you can, just help me get through that. I know a lot of it's on me, but I don't know. Maybe you see something I don't and can help me. Because if I feel like if I can get in that routine where I'm enjoying gaming, I feel like everything else will be, I feel like everything else will come together. I really do. But, alright. I'm going to get something to eat. I love you guys. Till next time. Peace out.
I got a new mindset that I just established. I'll march through the cold with the nails on the pavement. I'll shovel that coal just to get out the basement. My story will be told, helping others make changes. I'll be so bold, they will watch in amazement.
Am I gonna face it? Am I gonna chase it? Am I gonna start or will I keep waiting? Time is limited, quickly fading. Get my mind right, it's my time to take it. Am I gonna face it? Am I gonna chase it? Am I gonna start or will I keep waiting? Time is limited, quickly fading. Get my mind right, it's my time to take it.
Foot up on the pedal, pushing hard to the metal. Make a deal with the devil. Channel rage through my vessel into something that is special. Energy of a rebel, going up a level. I just wanna be greatness. I could feel changes, turn a new page and tie up my laces. I will be the bravest, break out of my cages. I will not be nameless, I will not be aimless.
Am I gonna chase it? Am I gonna start or will I keep waiting? Time is limited, quickly fading. Get my mind right, it's my time to take it. Am I